has to fall, but it's all in the game, all in the wonderful game that we know,
Here we go. Welcome to another episode of It's More Than Just Sports right here on the Solano College Sports Network, and I'm your host, Myckena Guerrero. Today we're going to be talking about relationships, what it takes to be in a relationship, the do's and don'ts, and the dreadful word of breakups. And I'll introduce my panelists right now. To my right here's Tristan Vector. We got Myckena Anderson. I meant my left, sorry, I'm really bad with that. My right, Anthony Williams, and then Colton Baker. All right, so you guys know we're talking about relationships, but what is your guys' definition of that? I feel like there's a lot of different
stuff. Well, I'm new to dating, but I think like a relationship is just like more of like, I don't know how to put it. It's when like a guy and a girl, you know, or like a guy. I don't know. It's like it's different than friendship. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
it's different than friendship.
All right, different than friendship.
Like you said, like you have to have that friendship because the person you're dating should also be your best friend. That should be somebody you could tell anything to, you could do anything with, you know. So you have to have that type of friendship also in there to develop a relationship.
And Myckena, what do you think the definition of relationship? Because you're a girl, obviously.
It's definitely trust and loyalty and being able to have a rough day and have know you're going to have that person at the end of the day cheer you up and try to make you smile. That's a relationship to me.
And so before a relationship, we have what is a talking stage. I mean, so kind of explain that. Somebody.
We're just gonna skip me on the turn?
No, you can. I mean, you can talk whenever. You don't have a problem talking.
Well, like Anthony said, a relationship. What was that supposed to mean? I don't have a problem talking. Okay. Like Anthony said, a relationship's supposed to be you being with your best friend. So the talking stage is kind of more of like a lot of people nowadays rush into relationships and they move too fast.
Yeah.
The talking stage gets skipped a lot. And for me, the talking stage is making sure that you really know who you're about to go into a dating relationship with and that they really can be your best friend as well as your significant other.
So when do you know when it's time to make it exclusive? When is the talking stage over then?
After.
Does it just depend on the person?
It actually depends on how long you've known the person. Like,
Okay.
if you just met this person, maybe like you talk for like 3 months at the least, you know. But if you've known each other for quite a bit, maybe like a month and a half, 2.
Month and a half. So it just kind of depends.
Yeah, I would say it depends on the person and how you feel about them. If you're in the talking stage and that person is rubbing you the wrong way, get out while you can.
So like you kind of feel that you need to find out someone's true colors before you get to the exclusive part.
Put them in situations just to see.
So you're new to dating, you said. When was your talking stage over?
My talking stage, it would be, I'd say, because the main girl that I really dated the longest with, we're kind of talking like that for around, I think, 3 or 4 months. So we kind of knew each other, but it was more. She kept a lot of secrets. I didn't know until we began actually dating, and that's where I think you have to be careful. You have to be more. Make sure you have to be honest with each other before. Yeah.
So everyone kind of anticipates the first date. What's your guys' ideal first date?
Well,
it's different for everybody.
If you know me, you know I like to actually go out like basketball games, concerts, football games, anything. So to me, you know, first date should be like the date where you be like, yeah, this is what life with me is gonna be like. So you just gotta, you know, do something special, but not too special to the point where she's like, oh, I miss those days.
To me, I like to eat.
Okay.
So take me out to eat.
Yeah.
And
for your first date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take me out to eat. I want to have a good conversation. I'm probably going to order the most expensive thing on the menu.
Okay.
Just to see if they'll pay for it. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You know, because some people are really weird about that, and they get embarrassed to eat on the first date. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely eat. I grew up.
Oh, okay. Tristan, what about you? What's your ideal
if
first
you know
date?
me, I love to eat, and I work in a movie theater. So my ideal first date would be dinner and a movie,
So
and I would pay for it.
really, a movie?
Yeah,
But you don't get to talk.
Yeah.
that's why you have dinner.
Oh, okay. And then you go to the movie.
Dinner, talk a lot, go show her something she wants to watch.
Or you could go to the movie and then dinner.
Either way works. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
That's true. Okay, so since we're talking about first dates, what do you guys think about kissing on the first date? Because everyone has their own opinions about
It
that.
depends on how strong the connection is between the two.
Yeah.
Because if you still don't know, then no, don't kiss. But if you know for sure you want to be with that person and they want to be with you, then a little peck maybe.
To me, it depends on their hygiene.
That too.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
that too.
have to smell good. Their breath has to smell good. If their breath stinks, I'm not going to kiss them.
Hopefully they like that on a first date. If they're not like that,
Man.
says a lot about them.
Yeah.
That's true. So what's your guys' worst first date? Everyone has like a story about that, I'm sure. You seem like you have
She
one.
gotta go first.
She's ready.
She gotta go first.
She's ready.
She has to go first
Yeah,
on that
you
one.
have to.
The worst first date I've ever been on. This guy, I drove at the time.
Oh, it already started there.
Oh.
And he asked me to pick him up
Oh.
because he couldn't drive. So
Oh.
I understood. So I was like, okay, I will. Then I
He didn't have
said
his license or what?
he had his license. He just didn't have a car.
Ah,
And then I asked him, what do you want to do? And then he said, let's go out to eat. I said, let's go to Chipotle because I was being considerate.
Uh-huh.
He says, let's go to Benihana's.
Ooh.
I'm thinking, okay, baller, like, okay. And then we get to Benihana's, I order my food, the check comes, and he's like, you got it?
Oh my gosh.
I had to
Wait, your own or for both of you?
for both of us.
No.
So you had to drive and pay.
Yes. So I pretty much took him out on a date.
Yeah,
pay
or
for
yourself,
Bristol?
yeah.
Yes, I paid for toll.
Oh God.
Okay, that
you
probably tops
at least
it.
charge them for
Yeah.
gas money.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, please, if you're watching this, please, if you don't have the money, just take me to the park.
All right, Tristan, what's yours?
I don't really got like a bad story.
Okay, next,
you know what I'm saying?
Anthony.
I don't have a bad story because I'm always the one paying for stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I make sure the first date's
So,
pretty good.
yeah,
What about Colton? You're new?
I think, most of the dates I've been on, they aren't anything all that big, but I'm always the one you paying for it and all that,
Okay.
So I think, all my dates so far have been good, but I've only had like 5, so.
I guess you're, yeah.
Yeah.
You still got time.
Yeah, I'm lucky right now.
I guess Maj's story tops it.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Most definitely.
The reward.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bragging about that. But for the second segment, we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of dating. So we'll be right back right after this.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera.
Then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
for more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
all right, we are back for the second segment, and we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of dating. So we kind of talked about what it takes to be in a relationship, but what is your ideal, like, girlfriend or boyfriend? Like, what do you look for in a person?
Every question you ask, Mom's
like,
just like, yeah, let's go.
my turn.
Hit me.
My first and foremost thing is loyal. He has to be loyal. He can't be a cheater.
Okay.
Definitely has to have a personality because I'm a goofball, so I like someone
I know, I could tell.
Yeah, I like someone I could joke around with, and the comfortability. We have to be comfortable.
Yeah. What about you, Tristan?
I mean, they definitely got to have a sense of humor. You know, I joke around a lot, so they got to be able to take jokes, maybe give them back. I like girls that like sports, obviously.
Okay.
That's not like a must, but
Oh, they don't have to.
they got to have their priorities straight. They got to know, you know, what they're doing in life. They can't just be wandering around, dragging me with them, you know. So I like people that are like me, that, you know, like he said, that could be like your best friend and your girlfriend at the same time.
What about you guys?
I'd say first off, I don't want her to be an idiot. I mean, she needs to be at least like, you know, at least kind of smart.
Yeah.
You know?
Common sense.
Yeah, at least. But yeah, same thing. I like having a girl who would be like more funny, so I'd be like a girlfriend, also friend at the same time. So like more just as more not really like more of a companionship, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, like you said, a sense of humor. You have to have a sense of humor because I'm gonna throw jokes at you 24/7, all day, every day. And you have to be able to take those jokes, and also the personality because I am a goofball and you know I like to do fun stuff.
So now we all kind of have the same interest, like in sports, and Tristan kind of talked about it. But what about you guys? Do you feel like your significant other has to like sports or be involved or know a little bit?
She doesn't have to be involved in sports, but if she does, that's a plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, because
She has to know what a touchdown is, though,
Yes.
right? Okay.
I mean,
She can't be over here talking about, oh, Derek Carr hit the three-pointer, you know what I'm saying?
When you put it like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what, yeah.
Again, common sense.
Yeah, okay, good. What about you?
Honestly, I don't really mind.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, I am very attracted to athletes,
Okay.
but I don't mind.
So what are some turn-offs for you guys when it comes to dating? Like,
hygiene.
okay.
Yeah.
Hygiene, that's it?
No, it's plenty more.
Okay, here's a list.
Maybe it's the way it presents herself. Like if she's like a gold digger or something like that. Like wants everything. It's like nah, I don't want.
Can you tell right away who is and who isn't?
Not entirely. I mean, it takes a little bit of time. Sometimes, like it slowly builds up, and you can kind of catch on. You're just like, nah, nope,
Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah. If there's one thing I hate, it's someone who's privileged or feels like they're better than other people, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't deal with someone who's like, oh, like I'm attractive and I know I'm attractive, so all you people are below me, you know what I'm saying? Like she's gotta be down to earth and like, you know, understand people the way I do.
What's like the most irritating thing that like happened to you besides your awful date that someone like a guy did that just kind of like turned you off or whatever?
Definitely not being understanding because, as everyone knows, I have multiple sclerosis. And I told a guy that, and he told me, ew, is that contagious? I don't want to be around someone like that.
Yeah.
So that was the most irritating thing I've probably ever gone through.
And you were kind of talking about loyalty, like your person has to be loyal. Can you tell right off the bat if someone is loyal or not, or do you really have to get to know someone, or can you read them right away?
That's kind of what
depends.
the talking stage is
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking to a person, you start picking up on stuff that they do. And if something rubs you the wrong way, like Marjanique said, then you're just like, okay, I need to back away.
Okay.
Yep.
So when you start dating someone, obviously like gifts happen, anniversaries, like what is like way too much for a gift?
I mean, I don't really care about gifts, so I mean, for me, there's not really a too much kind of thing. Like when it comes to gifts, it's the thought that matters. So like whether she gets me something expensive or not,
Yeah.
I'd prefer no gifts. But if she gets me a gift, like it's obviously going to be happy with that because they were thinking about you, you know. So, but I don't really feel like gifts matter. I feel like the biggest gift you can have is having the right person in your life.
What about you guys?
I'd say Gifts, I don't really care much about gifts. I mean, I like giving gifts to people I like, but really, I'd rather have someone who would want to be with me because they personally enjoy me over someone else, rather than someone just trying to make me feel better over like objects.
What about you?
I don't really care about gifts. I'm more of a flowers kind of person.
Okay.
Like, think about me, give me flowers.
But what would you think would be like too much, like in the first month? Like if someone, like it'd just be way too much. Or has that happened to you?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I don't know what would be too much. Probably like something like overly expensive. I would question, where'd you get that money from?
Especially if he doesn't have a job.
That is very true. Okay, so when you become exclusive, your family gets involved. When is it too soon? Is it ever too soon to meet your parents? Is it ever, or like, is there a time frame on that? What do you guys think?
Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure about too soon, but there's always too late. That's what you gotta be careful about. Because if you're with them for like 2 years and they don't know.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mom, plan this ring?
I got married.
Wow.
But you wanna go?
Oh, if you want to keep going.
Okay. Or I don't know about maybe too early. I'd say like. Well, a good time I'd say with at least maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, or first-ish months or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wait like a month or 2.
Okay.
But I try to wait. My mom is nosy.
Oh,
So
Mom's
if she has
nosy.
an alarm system, so every time I open the door, she'll look outside to see who I'm going with. So I'll say I'll try to go a month.
A month. What about you?
I mean, it kind of varies on the person, but like I said, if I'm talking to them and I really feel like this is, something that's going to happen, then I'll tell my parents about it, and then, they'll meet her as soon as they can. They're pretty busy, but, we'll get it in there. It's definitely a very big plus if your parents really like the person you're with and they like your parents, and you can bring them around your family whenever. It's a lot harder when they're at odds with each other.
So has anyone's family members ever told you guys, like right off the bat, nope,
Yes.
stop?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Listen.
They never do. I mean,
Yeah. Someone has to have a story about that.
Well, my ex-boyfriend in high school, my mom, when she first met him, she thought he was okay, but she said he was too pretty.
It's
So-
too pretty.
She was like, "Oh, I feel like he wouldn't be faithful at all. I feel
Okay.
like he would be a cheater," which she was right in the long run, but I didn't listen.
Yeah.
I was like, "But Mom, I love him."
Oh my
So-
gosh.
Yeah.
Now, that brings me to my next question. Is it ever too soon to say I love you? Or is it kind of like just one of those things that it's a moment thing?
It just has to happen. Like,
yeah, it has to happen, but
Yeah.
I mean, there is such thing as too soon.
yeah.
Don't be
Like
like-
first week,
It's like-
I love you.
Yeah, it's like,
That's a red
it's like one date in and people like, oh, I love you, but like, I mean, really, you already kind of know that you're gonna probably end up loving them when you start a relationship. Like that's kind of, you talk to them for long enough that you're like, all right, yeah, I really like this person. This is gonna go that way. So, I mean, once you're official, it doesn't take that much longer before you can say something like that.
That's true. So when do you know, I mean, because sometimes you can love someone, but then you can be in love with someone.
Oh,
What
yeah,
is the
it's a big
difference kind of to you guys?
Well,
I mean,
being in love with someone is the relationship, and then
Yeah.
love is, anything outside of that.
But have you ever-
I love my friends.
Yeah.
I love my family. But then, when it comes to that special someone, you're in love with them as much as you love them.
but have you ever dated someone that you loved but you weren't in love with?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'd
Yep.
say.
Yeah.
So, but when did you know that it turned into like being in love rather than just loving
Didn't.
them?
Yeah, it never did for me.
No?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
I've been in love once. And I feel like the reason why I say I've been in love one time was because I'm very hard on the other person.
Okay.
But for some reason, no matter what he did or what he did to irritate me, I still stayed and stuck around. And I used to do stuff for him. I prayed for him a lot, and I used to take him to church and all that stuff. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Do you guys believe in love at first sight?
No.
Nope.
No? Okay. Oh, that was really
because,
quick.
because that's strictly physical.
Okay.
If you see
yeah,
someone
that's
and you're
true.
just like, oh, dang, like, she's fine, you know what I'm saying? That's not love.
Yeah.
That's you liking what she looks like, maybe, but when you fall in love with someone, it's just as much the personality as it's the body, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
the body's irrelevant at that point. You gotta love the person that they are.
Yeah, you can't fall in love with somebody without getting to know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all gonna get old one day anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
Yeah.
if you're in love with the body, that means you're not gonna love her later on.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
body is just gonna
nobody
get
looks,
old and
nobody looks
saggy.
in their 50s the way they look in their 20s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you fall in love with the personality, that's how relationships last from like 20s into like people's like 70s until they die and all that.
Yeah. So you're saying they don't have to be the hottest person
Oh,
on
no,
earth, right?
no.
Okay.
No.
Well, some people are really like, you know.
Some people are very picky
Yeah.
physically, and I mean, I have my own standards, but you know,
Yeah.
once someone meets those and you fall in love with them, I could care less what they look like later on, as long as you know you're living life with your best friend every day. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what they look like.
So our world is social media based, and there's a lot of online dating stuff. What do you guys think about that?
I don't believe in that stuff.
You don't believe in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You right?
Yeah.
You
I
right,
said
man?
Yeah.
I'd say out.
I learned my
Right?
I've learned my lesson on that one.
Oh, you've done the online dating thing?
Well, not exactly, but
Oh. You seem to know something about it.
a lot of fake people out there.
Okay.
Just leave it at that.
Oh, with the Instagram model thing? Or is that what you're talking about?
That's not exactly what he's talking about.
Oh,
It
okay.
was more Twitter, but
Oh. Have you ever done online dating at all?
I tried it once. I don't know why,
Oh.
but it was a terrible experience.
Oh, we gotta hear this one.
Here we go, man.
I never actually met the person outside of the I was too scared to. I didn't trust it. But my phone was getting blown up like constantly. Like, what are you doing? Why aren't you texting me back? What are
Oh
you
my
doing? I'm
gosh.
thinking about you. I love you. I think you're the best
What?
person I ever met.
Oh my God.
Like,
Oh my God.
and I was just like, dude, catch a break.
Yeah.
Like, hold on a second. I don't know.
That's-
Online dating people are weird to me.
Yeah.
I feel like online relationships usually don't work because it's forced. You know,
Yeah,
like,
that's
the
true.
best relationships happen by chance. You meet someone, maybe even somewhere that you don't go regularly, and you happen to run into the right person at
Yeah.
the right time. Like online relationships, it's like, all right, I'm looking for a relationship, you're looking for relationships, let's force a relationship right now. It better work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
Yeah.
usually doesn't work out like that.
Is there like places that you wouldn't look for a relationship for? Because like some people are like,
internet.
okay, I would not like meet someone at a bar. I would not meet someone at a club. Like, what's your idea about that?
I mean, if it's somewhere that I go, that I'm at, you know what I'm saying, then how could I feel like I'm judging anyone else that's there? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
no,
Like, I'm
exactly.
here. So what am I saying about myself if I would not date anyone that's here?
Yeah.
So I feel like anywhere that I'm at in person, I'd be willing to date
yeah,
someone
because
that I
you're
meet
basically
there.
contradicting yourself.
Yeah, you're saying, well, if you know, a person that's not good enough for me would be hanging out here, then why am I hanging out here? I should be hanging out where the people I want to date are hanging out, you know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Or unless like you go to a club and you see her dancing with every dude in the building, then
yeah.
you're
Oh,
like,
yeah, well, okay, that's different.
Yeah.
That's a little different.
That's a turn off kind of thing. So for the third segment, we're going to be talking about the dreadful breakups, and we'll be right back right after this. All right, we are back for the third and final segment. We're going to be talking about breakups, but first, before we get into that dreadful subject, how do you guys approach somebody when you first see them?
It depends on the situation, so it's like, you know, sometimes the person you end up dating is just someone that you met, you know, randomly, and sometimes it's someone you've been friends with for a long time or a little while beforehand. So if it's someone you already know, it's a lot easier, obviously, because you already know them, you're on like a need-to-know basis, and you can just kind of tell them, like, you know, I like you, what do you think? But if it's someone that you haven't met before, then, I mean, it depends on where you are, I guess. Like, you've already been talking to them.
All right,
if
so
you're at like a party or
let me give you a
somewhere.
situation. You're at the mall, you see a cute girl or whatever. How do you approach her? How do you go up to her? What do you say?
It depends too if she's alone or like she's with a group of friends, or like she's with her parents. If she's with her parents, it's not happening.
Okay, well, no, I hope not. That's weird. If she was with her friends.
Why is it weird that she's hanging out with her parents?
It's not weird, but why would you approach someone with their parents?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
If she's with some friends, then I mean, you kind of want to be with some friends that'll come in and like take the conversation away. But pretty much, I mean, a lot of people use pickup lines, and I mean, those are just cheesy and terrible, and they don't work out. I like being honest. I'll be like, yo, like, you're really beautiful. I mean, let's hang out sometime. let's go to dinner. Like, I got money. Like, what do you want to do?
Oh my gosh. Okay, what about you?
Yeah, like Tristan said, it depends on if she's with a group of friends, and if you're by yourself, then you're just like, do I want to do it? What is her friends gonna say about it?
Okay, what if she was by herself then?
Then yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, that's open
somebody.
And what would you say though?
Oh, just like ask her if she wants to, you know, go out to eat, go do something fun, go to a bar if she's old enough.
She's old.
I mean, the worst thing that can happen is she's like, nah, and then it's like the same way that you came in, you walk out. You know what I'm saying? And the best thing that can happen is she says yes, and then you got something to look forward to later.
So what's your take on approaching guys? Because some girls like do, and some girls are like, nope, they gotta come to me. What's your thing?
So, pretty much, I feel like approaching a guy isn't a bad thing. I think that it just all depends on who the guy is. But if the guy doesn't show any interest, then drop it. Just leave it alone. But I would like to be approached more than... Okay,
have you ever had a guy, like, say a weird pickup line to you?
Oh yeah, in elementary, middle school, high school. In elementary school, I never dated. I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was a senior in high school.
Yeah. So what was a weird pickup line that someone said to you?
If you could repeat it.
Yeah, this is a family show.
There you go.
Okay, but for the guys, like, do you know a lot of guys that's like their game, like that solo like pickup lines?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you know my uncle.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
He's a big goofball, so he might just be playing around, but he'll end up getting a number or something like that. So.
Okay, well, you're in high school still, and like, how would you approach somebody, kind of a thing? Because it's a little bit different.
If I was to approach someone, it would. Usually, like most of the girls I dated with, I've kind of known beforehand.
Okay.
So it was always a bit easier to like talk to them, and we usually just do something like simple, like go out, like because where we live, there's like this street we go walk down, like kind of like a strip in a way.
Okay.
You know, like but like a bit smaller, and to go shopping, or not really shopping, but you know, go out eat, shit, you know, and we're getting to know each other more. Okay. And then after how that went is where I'll be like, yo, you want to continue this and like go up and all of that, but yeah.
Well, we have to get into the dreadful breakups. No matter if you're the dumper, the dumpy, how do you handle the situation? I guess let's start if you're the dumper.
I guess it depends on how it ends. So like, for instance, if you get cheated on, which I have been, you're not really gonna let them down easy.
Yeah.
You're just gonna tell them off. But then any other situation, really, I try to keep friends with that person. I'm like, you know, if you were special enough to me for me to let you in my life like this, then even though we're deciding, why let it be awkward? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stay friends. Let's be cool. especially if you're like, you were a friend of mine before this, you know my friends, and we got like the same circle. So yeah, you try to let them down easy. You try to let them know, like, you know, our lives aren't heading in the same direction necessarily, but you know, it doesn't got to be awkward. I don't have any hard feelings about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be cool. You don't want to be a jerk about it, you know what I'm saying?
I understand that. What about you guys?
So if I'm the one being dumped,
or no, you're the dumper.
I'm the dumper. Okay. Then yeah, it'd really be more about the situation. You don't want to like come out completely blunt, like, well, peace out, I'm out.
Okay,
you know,
well, that's good.
But
Yeah.
and you want to make sure it kind of goes down to like not like more of a easier like let down, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, more try to keep it friends, especially if you did let her into and be with you and want that connection. You just didn't like it. You don't want to push her away. You kind of like don't want to make her feel like like you still like being with her as a friend, but you know it's just up there like being as a friend isn't there anymore.
Yeah. What about you, Mosh?
I use the same line.
Oh wow! I use the same line.
It's me. We're just gonna sit
No,
there.
it's just,
Maybe one day we can be together in the future.
you know, I say, you know, this isn't working. It's time for us to just let things go. You need to focus on yourself and become a beautiful person.
Wow.
Wow.
I'll go on my own and I'll grow and prosper, and then maybe one day we'll come back together.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay. I see your game.
You might, don't sugarcoat it.
Gosh.
Way too much.
That is.
I am just kidding.
I don't think you are though. That was too rehearsed.
You use this 5-10 times.
Yeah.
I've only had 3 boyfriends.
Okay, you at least
Wait, have you
used
broken
it
up
3
with all
times.
3 of them?
No, I've only broken up with 1.
Oh, that's why she's
It's like this one time.
Yeah. You can only use it once.
That's why I said I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Don't
all right.
sue me.
Breaking up over text. It happens. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
Man.
I mean, again, it depends on the situation. Like, if y'all ended really cold, you know, then I mean that might be appropriate because it might be what they deserve. But for the most part, I think you should definitely try to do it in person, or at least over the phone, like they can hear your voice. But definitely, I would say try to do it in person.
Yeah.
Has that happened to any of you guys?
Well,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
well, so I was dating this girl my freshman year in high school. We were dating for about like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
Man, y'all put time in.
And so like I seen her walking with this other guy, and he had his arm like around her shoulder, and I'm like wow. And all my friends were looking at it like you gonna let this happen? Like what's going on? And so I was heckin' mad. I didn't do no work in my classes like any other day. But yeah, I was just so mad. And then when I got out of school, I texted her like, what was that about? We need to break up basically. And she was like, no, please.
Oh, you're like, well, why are you with somebody else then?
Yeah, and I'm just like, nope, it's happening, so bye. But we're cool now. We're friends.
Well, that's important.
Maybe she like dating with more than one person. I mean, those people who
That-
like have
that
like
is
10
true.
boyfriends. You just gotta get used to it.
No.
I mean,
Or you just don't get involved with that person.
That is true. If you know they have 10 boyfriends. What about you, Colton? I feel like that happens a lot in high school.
Yes,
And a lot of people do
I haven't
that.
really been. That hasn't happened to me yet.
But have you done that yet?
No.
Okay, good.
Not yet. I usually kept
Not
it.
yet.
Not
You're
yet.
not supposed to do that.
Oh, you said yeah. You kind of let him into that. You were like, yeah.
No, I meant for him to do that to somebody, though.
Well, like I can't promise a future. Okay, look.
No, we're telling you right now, don't do that.
Okay, doesn't mean I'll listen.
He's like, no
I
problem.
know.
No promises. Yeah, I don't want like me go to hell because I made this promise I can't keep. I don't know. But opinions. I always think it's better to do in person.
Yeah.
when I broke up with a girl, it was always in person.
That's
because always makes it seem like it's more important, I guess. Because over text, text like a last resort, I believe.
Okay.
Like if you can't
Yeah.
even talk to her or something like that, then I'd say text. It's like,
So why did you break up with your last girlfriend?
I don't want to talk about that. It's too complicated.
We have time.
It's complicated. That's all you gotta say. It's complicated.
Complicated. It's,
All right. Now I feel like that was a fake girlfriend.
no. Oh wow.
I'm kidding. So if you're the dumpy, when is it that you just need to move on? Like stop being upset?
As soon as you can.
Yeah, okay.
It's like there's, I mean, you're gonna be upset about it maybe at first, depending on how long the relationship was and where your feelings were for them. But
Yeah.
as soon as you can move on, you gotta try to move on, because at the end of the day, it's like a good thing. It's like you just realize someone that shouldn't be speaking in your life isn't speaking in your life anymore. That's a good thing. That means you're going up from there. So you gotta move on from it, and you don't have to necessarily get back out there right away, but try to move on and catch someone new.
Yeah. When is it too soon to move on though? Because some people move on like that. They're like next day.
Well, I mean, you can't
Yeah.
you can't be rebounding.
Yeah.
Where, like the next person's literally just because you want someone after the last thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that the next thing's real too.
So how long do you think that you need time to grieve for?
How long would it take me? Well, now it wouldn't take that long. Probably a couple of days, but I wouldn't jump into a relationship within those days.
No, I'd say I'd at least give like a good week just to get out together and restart. Yeah.
What about you?
It takes me like 2-3 weeks to get over it.
Okay.
But to actually move on into another relationship, it's going to be a while.
So during your grieving point, do you like reminisce a lot and just think about like, songs that remind you of them and like stuff like that? Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
I listen to Beyonce a lot. She helps me move on.
It kind of depends on what happened. Like, if you got
depends
cheated
on
on,
how it ended. If you really trusted someone and then,
because we were all talking about we mostly all got cheated on.
Yeah.
So like when I got cheated on, it took me a while to get over that. Like I was just so mad. Like you said, like once you stop being angry, then you'll forget about it. So I had to learn that the hard way. But I couldn't listen to no Drake.
Or Bryson Tiller, that's another one.
Oh,
Well,
God.
nothing wasn't out yet when this happened.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't listen to no Drake, no love songs, no nothing.
What about?
When I got cheated on, I tore up everything he ever got me. Like, I cut off teddy bears. I lit his sweater. I made him, he played football, and I made a sweater for him. I lit it on fire.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Yeah, I was a savage.
You are savage.
You still are.
Don't mess with mine. What did you do like during your grieving point?
I basically just try to get out of the house as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? You just
Keep
you
busy.
fall back on the people that are around you, and you keep your mind off of it. Basically, because if you get to where you're sitting at home and you're thinking about all that, you make irrational decisions. Basically. So I was just like, I'm gonna keep my mind off it until I'm at peace with it. And once I'm at peace with it, I'll look back on it, look at the good times, look at the bad times, move on, pick up your stuff. And you can't really spend too much time being like depressed about it or nothing like that, because that just doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah, like when I went through what I went through, I started working out and I lost heck of weight.
Yeah, you probably hit like double your max.
Like I started playing basketball for like an hour or two every day, getting on a treadmill, and I started losing like so much weight. I lost like 30 pounds, I think. And then like I started working at UPS, and then that's where all the muscle came from.
Oh my God.
Revenge body.
Yeah.
Like look at what you're missing over here.
Oh my God. So what do you guys think about the whole reuniting with your ex thing? Do you guys?
No, never.
So you guys believe your ex for a reason? You don't think that you should ever get back?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If it didn't work out before, I don't think it's There's no point wasting your time trying to make
What
it
if they
work again.
changed?
Oh, no, they're never gonna
nah.
No.
People are
Yeah.
on the inside. People stay the same, in my opinion, for the most part. I mean, you can make some fundamental changes about yourself, but people have tendencies that they tend to stick to for most of their life. And there's no point in you wasting your time waiting for someone to change when the person that's already what you hope they're gonna be is, you know, out there somewhere.
Yeah, because I waited for somebody to change and they never did.
Yeah.
Like now, I guess she's a changed person because she had a baby, but it took the
Even that
baby.
don't make her change.
Yeah, it took the baby for her to change. So
Yeah.
yeah, but we're still friends.
That's good.
Oh, that's good.
What about you? What do you think about that? Have you gone back to an ex before?
I have, and it was the worst mistake I could have done
Yep.
because he cheated on me and we got back together, and that just gave him a new way to be even sneakier.
Gotcha.
So I don't think it really resolves anything.
Yeah. So obviously you've either been broken up with or you've broken up with somebody, but do you guys have like a worse breakup story?
I got stalked.
What?
Come again?
Stalked.
Man,
After I broke up with him, he was upset and he knew where I lived, which I hate.
Well, I
And-
mean, they probably know where you live, but
Well, yeah, he knew where I lived, and he used to drop by my house and drop off flowers.
okay.
And like come
After you guys
by-
broke up?
Yeah, after we broke up, and leave me love letters and stuff. And
That's a serial
I'm always
killer.
watching.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's where you
Yeah,
need like
picture
a
me
restraining order.
yeah.
Right?
That's like, yeah, no,
It took
hell
him
no.
about a month and a half to stop.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah,
That's a really long time. That's a lot of money he just wasted too.
yeah. But I like the flowers; they were nice. Thank you.
What about you guys? Do you have like a worse breakup story?
my worst breakup. I was at a high school football game, my freshman year in high school football game, and she broke up with me, and I didn't know how to take it at the time because she was my first girlfriend. So it was just like, man, that's crazy. But you know, you have friends to help you through stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've really, it's not really the worst, but I think it was the only time I got broken up with. She was like telling me how she didn't really feel like, she didn't like dating, she didn't like it, right? I swear, not 3 hours later, she had another boyfriend.
Oh my!
Oh my
I
god.
was like, this, yeah.
You almost said it.
I stopped it, I stopped it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no, mine was basically just because it's the only girl that I ever really, really, truly fell in love with, and she was military and she had to move. And so
Okay.
we didn't really break up because we didn't work together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that probably would have gone on forever if it hadn't been like that. But circumstances, she moved to one state and another state and another state, and haven't seen her since.
Do you think there's a certain like time and a place, or do you think you could break up with somebody anywhere?
I mean, once you know it's time, you got to get it done as soon as possible, because at that point, not only are you dragging yourself around, but you're dragging them around too, especially if you feel like it's time and they may not feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt them either way. You got to let them down as soon as you can, because you know, at that point you're just wasting their time as well as yours.
What do you guys-
Anywhere,
Anywhere.
anywhere.
Just get it done. You could go to their house, or you know, maybe take them out to lunch, buy them some food, try to you know, make them feel better or something.
Okay, that's kind of
Don't waste your money.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
waste
not
your
wasting my
money,
money no
or your
more.
time
It's not,
or their
it's not
time.
like that. If you don't have any hard feelings for them, you want to show them that in good faith, just buy them like a little bit of food or something like that. I don't have a problem with that.
Nope, I do.
So we kind of talked about it, and you guys said it's okay to be friends with an ex, right?
Yeah.
But like, when is it too soon to be like, oh, okay, let's hang out? Like,
Oh, man.
because I feel like,
When I say
out with
friends,
the
I mean
ex.
friendly. I don't mean like
okay, so
Or hang
not
out
like
with them.
friends that you
Like-
hang out
it's like
with.
acquaintances, I
Yeah,
guess.
Okay.
acquaintances, yeah.
So you can't be friends.
Like, I'll tell them happy birthday or happy
Oh.
Mother's Day, but, you know, other
I
than that.
might hang out with you like in a group that we're both friends with, maybe with like, there's like a lot of people there, but like it's not gonna be me and you.
Yeah, it's so awkward.
Yeah,
Very awkward.
that is true. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. You had some really funny stories. You're really funny. This was another episode of It's More Than Just Sports right here on the Solano College Sports Network. I am your host, Myckena Guerrero. Thank you for supporting the Solano College Sports Network, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Oh my God, dude, you were freaking funny.